What's up, everybody? Welcome to In Love with Horror. My name is AJ.
I'm Christy.
Yeah, we have some technical difficulties over here, so I don't even know if this stream is going to, come across very good or not. My computer is trash. I need to get a new one. Yeah, because it's getting pretty ridiculous. But welcome to, our YouTube live stream. We're gonna record this, post some podcasts too. So if you're on Spotify and Apple,
Thank you.
what's going on over there? This is our first, YouTube activity in a while. We've still been posting stuff on Instagram, Twitter, and things like that, but we haven't done like a live stream or a video on the YouTube side in quite some time. Took a little break from that.
Alien Romulus time.
No. Oh, you're talking about live stream?
Yes.
Oh, no, I was just talking about just a piece of content on
It's been
YouTube. Yeah. The last thing was when we did the interview with Nick for Godless, which is a super dope interview. Check that out if you haven't seen it. But this is just going to be, just us chatting, like nothing special, like just catching up, talking about different movies we've seen, because there's some movies we watched that we didn't do reviews for, so it's a good opportunity to like chat about those and all that good stuff.
Mike, first of all, thanks for tuning in, Mike. I know you've been like, where y'all been at?
Mm-hmm.
We've been on vacation almost. And shout out to Sam and Brendan from Our Life in Horror.
Hey.
But yeah, Mike's like, yeah, y'all got 3 weeks of news to cover. For real though, it was funny because like before we decided to just like, okay, forget the news, let's just talk. I was trying to see like, oh, when's the last time we've talked about news? And so I was like trying to see what new stuff we could talk about, and I was like, dang, like we haven't talked about news in forever.
Yeah, it's been a long time since we haven't talked about news. Yeah, and I guess like it seemed like this week was a slower week. So
right, yeah,
news worthy. I guess not like super big to have a whole show about news. So that's how we kind of landed on just doing, the chit chat. Talking about movies and shows and just talking like and just interacting with the chat. So if you're watching them live, we appreciate that.
Thank you.
As always, just comment, throw in stuff as we, we're just talking, and this would be like a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so if you don't know, we have a Discord. A couple people have joined us, and we'd love to have more. So join us over there. The link is in the description. And yeah, let's kick it off. We'll talk about some movies.
Yeah, we can talk about well, we want to start. Well, which one do you want to start? What movie do we watch first?
Well, if you want to take it back,
here.
We haven't talked about. Okay, well, obviously I have The Front Room on the list. Beetlejuice. We haven't talked about that.
Okay.
But you know what? We also didn't. I have been meaning to talk about The Deliverance, and we haven't talked about that either.
Okay, I thought you talked about that. You just wrote about it.
Oh yeah. Did I write about it? I wrote about it for another blog.
Oh, okay.
I also write for Night Tide magazine online, so if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, I wrote a review for that website. But yeah, we haven't actually talked about it at all, so that's something else we could talk about too. Are we planning to do a review for Speak No Evil?
Yeah,
like a review video?
We were.
Okay, cool. All right, so we'll have a review out for that later. We went to see that last night.
Mm-hmm.
We had Watch Never Let Go, but we can't talk about that one right now.
Yeah, no, you can't. There's a review embargo on that one.
Yeah.
But we'll have a video up. I think the embargo lifts tomorrow, so we'll have a video up for that.
Yeah, tomorrow night at 9. It opens. It lifts at 9 o'clock at night.
So
yeah.
we'll have a review out tomorrow at 9. Well, it'll drop for y'all.
All right.
But
So
we if you look on our social media pages, though, we did an out of theater reaction, because normally with these things you can do just reactions online.
Yeah.
So we did an out of theater reaction. So if you haven't seen that on our social channels, go check that out. So you kind of already have an idea of how we feeling about Never Let Go. And then, I don't know if you want to talk about, a certain celebrity that mentioned our joint.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
So I shared our tweet out of Sam asked Never Let Go is the Halle Berry one. Yes, Brendan's celeb crush, and that's AJ's celeb crush too.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, like I think it's everybody's.
Right,
like,
yeah.
It's Halle
Even
Berry.
I have a crush on her, right? Yeah.
It's Halle Berry.
Oh, what's up, Jimmy? He said I had to pop in. AJ still rocking his Romulus hat. Yeah, like.
Oh yeah, I still got it on. Like, I ain't forgot about it. Don't get it twisted. I ain't forgot. You wait till that junk come out. It will be viewed again.
Chris, who has the better hat game, AJ or Kevin Fight? Kevin, that baby got the best hat game. I'm gonna tell y'all. Yeah, how
this hat game okay. If I had the funds to fund a hat game,
oh right,
you know what I'm saying, I will go crazy. We on a budget.
Yeah, I have a book wish list on our links. We should add you a hat wish list.
Oh yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Halle Berry is a universal crush. Yes, she is. Speaking of Halle Berry, yes, I tweeted after the movie what we thought about it, and not only did she retweet it, but she put it on her Instagram. Our tweet, and then obviously we shared her Instagram story, and then she sent us a heart. Yeah, I was like, oh,
it was crazy, like because I was at work, and she really the one to be on social media just because I can't keep up with it. I just can't do it. But I'll still get the notifications on my phone sometimes, and I happened to look on my phone, and then I saw like Halle Berry, man. But I thought it was like one of them like fan accounts. You know what I'm saying? But I saw notification, and I'm like, Halle Berry. Like, I opened it, I saw the blue check shit on IG, and I was like, oh, that's Halle Berry. I was like, oh, she know who a boy is.
You are crazy.
She saw the reaction and the tweet and stuff. But no, while I was at work, I called her. I was like, hey, you seen what's on IG? And she was like, no, what are you talking about? I was like, go look up there right now.
You are tripping.
And then she went and she went and saw.
She's already forgotten about you.
Look, I don't know. She might have forgot. No, but that was super cool. That was cool that she threw us out. I don't know if people actually pay attention to the stuff she posting like that, but it'd be dope if people
it's
came
still
and
cool.
like,
It's still Halle Berry. No one cares about everybody else.
Yeah. But that was just a cool little moment. And she was when we watched the film, we saw that she was an executive producer on that film. So I guess that's why maybe she's paying a little bit more attention.
Oh, I can see
to
that.
Like what's going on and the reactions to the movie. But that's dope. She actually looking through people's shit.
Yeah, that's cool. I saw that she actually came to someone's screening that we follow, and I was like, "Oh, I'm so jealous."
Yeah, that would be crazy. That would have been crazy.
That would be so crazy. Nope. Sam says she's definitely telling Brandon, and he would be so jealous.
Hey, let him know.
Right. Well, yeah. That was so. Well, yeah. Our review for that will be up soon, but I'm sure you can tell that it was enjoyable.
Well, yeah. Hey, go look on our Twitter and IG, man. You'll see.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we'll start with Beetlejuice then.
I thought you want to start with Deliverance.
Oh, that's right. Deliverance. That's right. Oh, Mike did say Halle Berry loves to check in on social. That's what I love about her. She interacts with her fans. Yeah, awesome. Dope. Well, yeah, she's dope. Okay, yeah, The Deliverance. If you haven't seen The Deliverance, it's okay. Don't waste your time.
Yeah, no. She had watched
movie.
it first.
Yeah,
like back when it first came out. I just watched it recently. Yeah, that movie it's rough.
It's rough. Just a little background info. It's based on the story of LaTonya Ammons that was featured in the Demon House that what's his name?
Zach Baggins.
Zach Baggins did, yeah, a while ago. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it's like I think like the late 2010s.
Yeah,
something like that.
But when in the documentary, or whatever, he goes to interview her, and there's like a scene where he's at her apartment complex and he's trying to figure out if he can interview her and stuff, and he says, "Oh, you're selling the rights for a movie."
Oh, right. Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah. So we finally have the movie that she sold the rights to. And it was directed and written by Lee Daniels. And if you've ever seen a Lee Daniels movie, the one that always comes to mind for me is Precious, because that was like the most traumatic movie.
Was that his biggest?
It was between that and I think The Butler. I don't know if you remember watched that one.
I remember that one.
Yeah. Well, I would say probably James Jimmy said loosely based on a true story, very loosely.
Yeah,
I mean, he
loosely.
took extreme creative liberties with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, I think he did the Butler, Precious. Those are the ones I know like very well.
Yeah,
I know he did some other ones too, but this is his first horror-ish film. Well, if you let him tell it, it's not a horror film. It's a faith thriller.
I mean,
that's what he's quoted as.
That's fine because I wasn't really getting the horror vibes anyway. Not really.
Yeah, but everybody loved this movie in the the normal community, and I think that was just because they're not like horror people. You know what I'm saying? The people who love this movie, because it wasn't really like a horror movie at all. It was like a family drama.
Oh, definitely was. That's more
with
the focus.
Backdrop of kids getting possessed. But anyways, the movie itself was not that good to me.
I didn't like it.
It was really just it was annoying. It was to me. It was like that feeling you get when someone scratches a chalkboard.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like maybe the way you're saying it is I can see now like why people would like it in the sense of we're looking at it from the horror perspective and not having deep knowledge about what happened, but at least some surface level knowledge about what occurred. But even then, I'm just like, even just the way the characters are presented.
I did not like those. I didn't like that.
Of them taking the like extremely fucked up family approach.
It was terrible.
I don't know.
And I'm not mad at the people who were in the movie, because I mean, they just acting what they got. You know what I'm saying? Like I think they did a good job as far as performances go. You know what I'm saying? As far as like portraying what is on the page, I feel like they did as good as they could do with that.
Mm-hmm.
But the story itself was just very it was irritating. It was irritating for me to watch this being portrayed, because I was just like, there's so many other things he could have done with this story. You know what I'm 100%. Saying? Like, why did he take this particular route?
Yeah, it's weird to me to pick we gotta do like the family trauma route with this, exorcism story.
It was like layers of trauma. Yeah, it was just ridiculous, and
even down to like the like the childhood trauma with the essay stuff.
Oh right, yeah.
And I'm like,
yeah.
Why are we going to that? Down all these rabbit holes of I gotta throw in every type of family trauma.
That's what it was.
You know what I'm saying?
It was like, oh wait, we ain't got enough. We gotta add some more in there.
We gotta add like every single layer of trauma we could possibly think about, and then tack on the exorcism story.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like he was writing a script about like this messed up family.
Yeah.
And then was like, oh, I can
use that.
Sprinkle in this exorcism thing and combine it together.
Combine it together.
Right.
That's exactly what it's like. Yeah, for sure. And even if you take away, like, let's not talk about that part. Just even the section in the movie where the Reverend is doing the deliverance. Mm-hmm. Like, that could have been so cool. Like, there's so much he could have done with that. Like, because I have never seen except for, I guess you could count Abby a little bit, but that was kind of more like African.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Versus like black. But like having these black people perform an exorcism, I think that could have been so much more. Yeah. So much more he could have done with that to make it really cool. And he didn't take advantage of that.
There's also just a lot of like moments that I just thought were really dumb in that movie. And there's also like the character arc, because obviously you watch this movie, okay, they're probably gonna reach this other side where they come out of this, rebuild their faith or whatever. Even the way that flowed just didn't feel like, it felt weird to me.
It did.
Like
it felt really forced.
Like the flow of it, it didn't really make sense how she suddenly like, I'm a believer again.
She's a believer and speaking in tongues.
This moment. I'm speaking in tongues and shit. I was like, man, this don't even feel like earned. The journey of it to that point didn't really feel like it flowed.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No, not at all. And Monique, her character like she's supposed to be this social worker, supposed to be helping this family, and she was just so unprofessional the whole time. And I was just like, why is she acting like this? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
Like you would not be acting like this.
It's like all the characters were extra. You know what I'm saying?
It was a whole another level of extra.
Yeah.
Even with the interaction with Andrew Day's character Ebony and the guy who was coming to get the cat out of the cellar.
Oh right, yeah.
Like there was this weird like racist interaction. Like, oh, you gonna cook that cat? And I'm like,
yeah.
What is up with this? Who wrote this? Lee Daniels, what are you doing?
He's like, all right, I gotta do something extreme like Precious, and then he mix this in with this horror movie.
It was ridiculous.
But yeah, I genuinely don't.
Go ahead.
You know, I know people said that they liked it, but I'm watching this. I'm like, man,
I don't know what they liked.
I don't ever want to watch this again.
Ever.
Like, this is. It was also just boring. I think I told you that too.
Yeah, you did. You did.
I was just ready for it to be over. I was like, this is super boring and uninterested. Like, from like this horror movie perspective, it's just like, I guess for me, it's like I just don't want to see this. There's a ton of movies like this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very true.
Showing this like this broken black family with all this trauma and all this stuff is like, I don't want to see that. Like, show me something that's like, oh, this a family that's together trying to overcome this. You know, you can make a story even within that. Maybe they got some sort of issues, but it don't have to be like this. Oh, we in the hood, super ghetto, like, you know what I'm saying? Traumatic type thing. Like,
right? Yeah,
you can do something, especially since the story is, you know, like, because how the story is. If you watch that documentary,
right?
Like, you know, the family went through a lot of stuff like that. So I guess in my mind, I'm like, why wouldn't you have a family that's together and then focus on what the exorcism piece is doing to that family?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which we didn't really get.
No.
In the movie, it was more.
Oh yeah, we didn't really get any of that.
How are they scared of this thing? Like in the documentary, how they were like, "Oh, we're scared."
Yeah,
we didn't really get that.
Right, you know none of like the stories that they actually went through and stuff like that, and the actual, because someone compared it to, and this was kind of like in regards to some of the things that were like the kids were doing or they were saying to like The Exorcist, and the only thing that me and you talked about was the fact that we don't get to see like that transition the amping up of the actual possession. And so like for me, because I like those type of films, like that's what I'm here for. I'm not here for, you know, her battling her alcoholism and beating on her kids. Like, I'm kind of here for this piece, and we don't get that. Right. So like you said, like we get all of this family drama, and like the possession, exorcism, all that stuff is kind of just like in the background. It's not really a part of the movie. It's just like attached on the back end. Right. Yeah. And this is part of the larger conversation that we've had previously. Yeah. On other channels too, about like, you know, the black, like how black people in the community are represented in horror movies. It's usually like these types of traumatic stories, or especially since he was already taking liberties with the story. Yeah. Okay, you're not staying true to the context anyway, so make it relevant and make it good without it being traumatizing. I mean, like shit, we could have did like, you know, The Conjuring, but with black people. You know what I'm saying? Like think about how wholesome that family was. Oh right, yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? Like if you already taking liberties, you're like, well, that shit, family dynamic. I can make this like a real like wholesome family. They just getting fucked up by this demonic shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, and they trying to overcome it, and then they overcoming it in a, you know, with like you know, a black Christian church involved. Like he said, like we never seen that aspect, and they could have just, you know, rode through there instead of doing this like combo of like combo. All right, like, my specialty is Precious type movies, right? Ooh, so that's what I'm making, and I'm gonna sprinkle in a little exorcism, right? That's basically what happened, yeah. But yeah, no, I didn't like it. I don't plan on watching it ever again. Yeah, no. And I, you know, we'll talk about other films too, like The Front Room and stuff. And to me, Deliverance is way worse than The Front Room. Well, it's way worse, for sure. Way worse. Like, I'll watch The Front Room still has any issues day with before I watch The Deliverance. Mike says Lee Daniels knows how to do one thing for sure, and that's get people to talk about the movie. That social media marketing was a choice. I think so too. Yeah. Yeah. and it worked.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, even the comments was interesting. Now he said like everyone knows like the Glenn Close type
Well, not only that, but he said
community
that
member.
she was like the fabric of the community and
Oh,
stuff
that's
like
right.
that. Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know nobody like that.
Wait, I know somebody like that, but I wouldn't have said she's the fabric of our community or whatever, you know.
Well, yeah, that was a weird choice of words. I did like all the memes that came out of that. Though.
Those were some really good memes.
Like the fabric, and then we remember
they had like the
Kunta
Kinte cloth and stuff.
Yeah, and then that purple and gold type pattern one.
Yeah,
like,
that was
my parents had that, like everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's some good memes.
Yeah, there's some good memes that came out of that.
Yeah, and that was another thing. Like, if you're taking the liberties, I don't know. It's just the decisions that he made, right? Like, he didn't have to add that. That was a choice that he, made.
Right.
And then adding that dynamic of a white mom having a brown daughter and having that experience where she was in the doctor's office and how the woman was talking only to the mom.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And not to her. I don't know. Yeah. It was just so over the top.
Yeah. It was over the top.
Jimmy said Lee Daniels is going to have some traumatic experiences in his movies every time. And Tyler Perry. That's what I thought about when I watched this movie. I thought about this is like Tyler Perry,
like a Tyler Perry movie.
Yeah. Mike says The Deliverance or Believer. You know, he had to ask. He said.
The Believer is actually better than the Deliverance.
It is.
If I'm keeping it real, the Believer is way more watchable than the Deliverance.
Yeah, the Deliverance is like at the bottom of the barrel.
Deliverance is pretty
It's down
bad.
there with Night Swim.
Yeah, I mean that's shit. I feel like Night Swim is probably better.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is.
I think it's just to me personally, like the Deliverance was. I just like this is ridiculous, man. Like,
I was surprised Netflix greenlit that one. It was like, oh yes, we want this.
Well, I guess it worked because people, like you said, people seem to like it.
They watched the mess out of that movie now. They watched the mess out of it.
I guess they like, man, ain't nothing like watching no black trauma. We love it.
And they gonna keep making it because of it too.
We love to see this fucked up shit.
Frank, hey Frank, morning. Jimmy, I would love to see what the co-writers wrote and what Daniels wrote.
Oh yeah,
right,
exactly.
Like, let me see who did what up in here.
Do we have any childhood essay in here? Oh, we need to get that.
We need to add that in there right now.
Get that part in there. We got to have that flashback. So we need to see that, like it was traumatic as hell. That's why she's so fucked up. Like, yeah. Like we don't need all that.
Right.
Like, the story is horrific enough just with the demonic part.
Exactly.
You don't got to add in all the other elements.
It's enough going on.
Right.
Oh, Jimmy, that's what he said. Fried up with some soy sauce. That was just so ridiculous to me. I was like, why are they talking about this cat? Like, with the guy, I was like, that was just too much.
Yeah, they was taking it to a new level with that.
Frank says that that the Deliverance wasn't great, but he did like the main actress Andra Day. Like I said, I think the performers did what they could do.
Right.
With what they had.
They acted the way that Lee Daniels wanted them to.
Yes.
And I think they excelled at that.
Right. Because I want to make note, the little boy that's in the Deliverance is in Never Let Go. And he did.
Yeah. Let's speak to that real quick. Because like I think this just proves that an actor's performance, like it's not always, but the director is a large part of pulling out the great performances, right?
Yes.
And to your point, in the Deliverance, he didn't really do much.
Barely in there.
Barely.
And he was the possessed child.
Yes.
But yeah, his performance was it was like paper. It was plain and flat.
But let me tell y'all something. That kid,
he did it. He did his work.
Act.
Yeah.
And Never Let Go. Oh my,
Yeah.
We was like,
super
this
good.
is some Oscar level shit.
I was like, this can't. At first, I was like, this can't be the same child, but it is.
Right. I was like, damn, like this kid. I couldn't believe how good he was acting.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm about to be in here crying. Like this shit is crazy. Like, and I think that just proves, like, the director matters. You know what I'm saying? Who's helping articulate, okay, this is, have it feel like this, or maybe do something like this, or get the more raw emotion, whatever the case may be, like, getting that great performance, out of the performer. But yeah, I'm
makes
glad
a
you brought that up,
difference.
because I was like, man, I can't even believe it's the same kid. This
Yep.
kid is acting like
Yeah,
shit.
he did. He got his check.
No, yeah, he earned it too. We need to pay him some more, because
Yeah,
that performance in Never Let Go. I mean, all the performances in Never Let Go
they're super
were
good.
amazing.
They were super good.
Yeah.
Oh, right. That was the deliverance. But
So-
I guess we could roll into the front room
Yeah, let's go front
because
room.
I have similar issues with this one as well.
Okay. Yeah. Mhm.
Hey, Mr. Dan, thanks for tuning in. We're just catching up, talking about some of the films we watched recently. We just talked about The Deliverance.
Yeah.
And now we're about to talk about The Front Room, which was starring Brandy Norwood.
The Upper Room.
I don't think she's been in horror since I Still Know What You Did Last Summer.
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah.
She was in a Christmas movie on Netflix, and I did like that movie.
Oh yeah, you did like that one. Yeah.
But anyways, it was directed by the other Eggers brothers.
Yes.
Not Robert Eggers, but Sam and
He got
Max.
some brothers.
He got some twin brothers.
Yeah.
But they did help him write other films. Like they helped. Well, they got writing credits anyway. I don't know how much writing they did, but they have writing credits on The Lighthouse and what's the other one? It's another one. I don't know which one it is. It might be The Witch.
The Witch to Northman. One of those.
It's not. I think it's The Witch.
Okay.
I gotta double check that, but it's one of them. I know for sure they helped him with the
Lighthouse was great.
The Lighthouse one.
I like that one.
Right. So I was expecting it to translate, because they obviously make a good team with their brother.
Right.
So I was like, oh, well, so these Eggers brothers are watching out on their own. This is going to be good too.
Mm-hmm.
It's also an A24 film, backed film.
Yep.
So usually we like A24 films. This one was mediocre.
Yeah, it was super mid. It was ultra mid.
Hey, Jay Lane, thanks for tuning in.
Because it definitely wasn't like bad.
It wasn't bad.
You know what I'm saying?
It was very mid.
Like, we've seen bad movies, but this movie isn't.
We just saw The Deliverance.
Right. But this movie isn't bad, but it's also not good either. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like super mid. Like, and I think the biggest thing for me was I was expecting, based off the trailers, like a more serious approach, and probably like a lot of social commentary and stuff like that. Which the social commentary stuff was there, but it was way more comedic than I expected.
Very much a
no idea if that's
comedy.
intentional or not, but it was super funny.
It was hilarious. Like,
yeah.
It was like a very what's the word I'm looking for? Like over the top, but exaggerated.
Yeah.
It was very exaggerated.
It was super exaggerated humor.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting that. Also from the trailer, I thought it was going to be kind of like in the same vein of Hereditary.
Yeah.
Because in the trailer it presents like the mother-in-law obviously having some kind of like spiritualness about her, and you get that clip of like these other people that she's with, and so I'm thinking, oh, maybe it's kind of like a cult type stuff. And maybe there's gonna be some sort of supernatural element, and the movie even kind of hints at that. Like, there are instances where we see weird things and you're like, oh, well, okay, so there's some supernatural stuff going aspect on here, but it doesn't follow through with that. Like,
no,
it doesn't go anywhere.
It teases
at
that
all.
It teases that plot element, but it definitely doesn't dive into it. It's almost like they were leaving it there to be like, what do you think? Like, it's your interpretation.
Yeah, but it was like a sprinkle, though.
It is a sprinkle. Like, it is not a part of the main story almost at all.
No. We spent a lot of time with Brandy cleaning up her mother-in-law's shit.
Yeah.
And I wrote a review about it, and that's what I called it.
There's a lot of that. That's almost, when I think about it, that's a majority of the movie.
It's a majority of the movie.
It's like her just being driven insane
by
the mother-in-law. And I was like, man, I did not know this is how the movie was going to go.
No.
I thought it was going to be way more like horror.
Yeah.
Like,
it's
just
not.
a lot of shit going on in the house.
It's a lot of shit, but it ain't good shit
ain't
going on.
Yeah. It's like the literal version. Which like the comedy almost felt like, in some ways, like how some of that Sam Raimi comedy is.
Yeah.
Especially like Drive Me to Hell and stuff like that.
Cringy and
like the body fluid nastiness.
Yeah, it was
like,
just super
that
super
that
gross
flavor to it.
Yeah. And Solange, which is the mother-in-law's name. Okay, first of all, why they name this woman Solange?
I don't know.
I was so thrown by that.
Yeah.
Every time they called her name, I was just like, why they name her Solange?
Yeah, that was an interesting pick. Yep.
But yeah, Solange, I think she's good in how she delivers her, portrays her character. She is racist. She is old and mean, and she just says whatever comes to her mind. Very manipulative. She does some really crazy stuff in the movie. Yep. To kind of like cause a wedge between the couple. Yep. And, she wants to be the mom of the house. She wants to take over. She wants to take the baby. And so, yeah, she does a good job playing that character, but then she like takes it up an extra notch to the point where it becomes extremely hilarious.
Right. Yeah. And it's super funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, the performances were fine. Obviously hers is really good. She's like the focal point.
Yeah, the movie is like, really about her.
Yeah.
It's not, and Brandy is just like her side.
Now what I will say is there is, speaking to the Eggers and the directing ability, the movie looks good.
It looks really good.
There's actually some really great looking moments, like scenes and visuals that look really good. So I almost wonder like what they can do with a different script that's a little bit more.
Didn't they write this one?
That's what I'm saying, like a different story.
Oh, like if they had someone else write a story.
Or either someone else write it or they just do a different story.
Okay, yeah.
That's a little bit more heavier on the horror side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like I said, it wasn't bad, but this wasn't like.
It definitely wasn't what I expected.
Yeah, it wasn't what I expected, but then like they didn't follow through on some of the
pieces.
Yeah, some of the pieces, and even like we won't talk spoilers here, but even the way that it ended was like it's almost like abrupt, and it was just like it was like strange.
It was a very weird, and it was like a shoehorned ending. Yeah. It was just like, huh?
It's almost like the feeling was like. Which is interesting to see it in the movie, but the feeling was like someone writing a book and they're like, oh shit, I just gotta close this thing. I'm done writing it. We just gotta close it out.
Yeah.
All right, this is what happens. Like that's how the movie felt, right? Because they were just like, like this happens, and then it's like we're at the end, monologuing.
That's it.
And it's like, oh, it's over.
It's over.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
It's funny because this was a tight movie, but it felt long.
Yeah, it did feel long because you dealing with the same stuff for like a good chunk, like there's no developments happening. Obviously people are getting driven crazy. Yeah. But like there's no like nothing's really happening.
Yeah.
It's just repeated driven mad.
Yeah.
Towards a conclusion, and then that's it.
Yeah. Jalen said, I've been waiting to hear your thoughts on the front room. What do you think about our thoughts?
Yeah, man, it's super mid.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's worth watching, but it's a streaming movie.
Oh yeah, watch this at the house.
This is a stream.
Please,
this is
if you haven't already watched it, watch this at home.
Yeah.
Mike says, I didn't know there were other Eggers until the announcement of the movie. I didn't either.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I did not either. This was my first time knowing that there were other Eggers.
Yep.
I think I called them the other Eggers in my review. I said, which is weird because the previews definitely made it feel ultra serious, and I was surprised that many people said it was comical. Yeah, I was thrown by that. Even when we left the theater, I looked it up on like IMDb and Google and stuff, and I was like, is it, listed as a horror comedy? And it's not. It's listed as a horror thriller. And I'm like, why?
This is almost like one of those movies that you watch like with a group of people and y'all just like
laugh
crack on the movie.
Yeah, that's the only way.
That's the vibe.
I feel like that's the best way to watch this movie.
Yep.
Sam also
like
said the trailer does not look like a comedy. No,
like the quotables that Brandy says, there's different little
yeah.
moments that she says. Yeah. Like it's a movie you watch with a group.
Yeah,
like with drinks and shit like that.
Right.
Yeah.
There were some good pluses. I did listen to Blurty Massacre podcast. Shout out to Sheree and Zero. They talked about it too. But there were some things, and I wonder also like who took the initiative on this. But like, Brandy wearing her bonnet to bed. I like that. And there was a part where she goes, I know she didn't. Like, there were some pieces in there that felt authentic to her. But then she has this husband, Norman, these are the most weirdest named characters ever. Norman and Solange.
Right. Yeah.
Like you said, we don't want to talk about spoilers, but there are some things in here that don't make a lot of sense. Like with like the dynamics between Norman and Solange and Brandy as his wife, like Belinda, her name is Belinda. Yeah. Like some of those things just don't make sense at all. It's just like they threw it all together and it's like, oh, we don't really care about this part. We just want to make a movie.
Oh, right.
You know?
Yeah. Belinda.
Frank says Sinister Cinema stated basically the same thing and found it to be more of a comedy. Yes, it is. Mike, a shit movie. It's okay, I can pass. Too much of that I can't deal with. And it's plenty.
Oh, there's a lot.
It's a lot.
Like
there was a part where we was like, I can't look at this.
It's pretty gross.
It's pretty gross.
It reminded me of like, you remember I think it was Dumber and Dumber.
Dumber and Dumber.
I think it was that movie. Well. Like they went. I can't remember the movie super good, but this part always is in my mind because it cracked me up when I was younger. When they went to somebody's house and the dude had like chocolate and had like it melted and he was getting over the walls.
Okay.
And so I forgot who the character was, but like they opened the door and they're looking around and like there's shit all over the walls.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. I remember you telling me about this.
Yeah, like that scene is hilarious. But that's what this movie is. Like there's shit everywhere.
It's
like,
all over.
For like legitimately.
Mike says, do you think the same script and cast could have been salvaged if it was Robert at the helm? No. I don't.
I'd see the script to see if the script ends like the way this movie does, like the way it flows. Because there's definitely a cool story that can be had here.
There is a cool
Especially
story.
if they lean into the supernatural stuff.
That's what they needed to do. Yeah, I agree with you. I need to see the script. If it's like that, but yeah, if they leaned more into that part, which I think he would have done, then that could have been. It could have been.
I wonder if some stuff got cut out. You know what I'm saying? That like kind of add into the more supernatural stuff going on. Like, I don't know,
but it was really weird. Jimmy said they should have swapped Brandy and the mom's names. Yes, because I'm like, why they name her?
I agree with that.
Like that. Yep. They just wanted to do what Mr. Dan talked about, the Belinda part.
Yeah. Belinda.
She's like, my name is Belinda. Yeah. Frank says, what's been your favorite non-horror movie this year?
Favorite non-horror? Probably Doom Part 2.
Doom Part 2.
God, man, that movie was amazing. Like, you talking about a movie that when we left the theater, like, we were so, like, it was that feeling, because, like, we're not, like, one of those people that'll be like, oh, this is cinema. You know what I'm saying? But when we left the theater, that's how we felt, though. We were like, damn, this is why we go to the movies. That shit was amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, we felt that movie just, man, that junk was something special. It was like an experience. Watching the IMAX, it was a packed crowd. Like that, we was elbow to elbow in there.
To elbow.
We went on we went to the fan screening, right?
We did.
On like a Sunday or something like that.
Yeah.
It was packed. That shit was sold out. People were sitting down in the floor part. It was so sold out.
Yeah.
But like the whole crowd, like just the whole vibe, the energy in that room watching that movie. And just seeing all the incredible visuals, the story,
I love
the performances,
the music.
Yeah. Like for I'd say for like a few weeks, we was playing the music from that soundtrack all the time.
Yeah, we really were.
Well, what's that song called? The one with
Is it
Travel? Like Travel South or something like that?
Yeah.
It's when Timothy Chalamet's character's walking and they got the worms behind them and the junks just blaring. Like,
okay, y'all know why y'all asked him that question. Like, he gonna stay on this for a long time.
Hard.
Yeah.
I can't wait for was it Dune Messiah, whatever it's called.
It's Messiah. The Messiah. Yeah.
Denis Villeneuve, that dude is God tier.
My
directing
gosh.
Shit.
But recently, Rebel Ridge is probably my favorite. I gave that one like 4 stars. That was a good
you're saying
movie.
Recently?
Yeah, recent.
I'm about to say.
I said recent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, Doom Part 2 is number 1. And then up there somewhere is probably, Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that was really good.
Yeah.
We really liked that one.
That was good.
That one was tough.
Deadpool and Wolverine was good.
That was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. I did that. That was really good, too. I liked that a lot. What else did we watch that was I just finished
I'll
Monkey
tell you
Man
what
recently.
I didn't like. Twisters.
Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. Because you said a lot of people like that. Twisters was terrible. I don't know what y'all talking about. Because after we finished it, you were like, "Oh, people love this thing." Like you were reading me reviews on Letterboxd.
I did.
And I'm like, "Did I watch a different movie?" Twisters was awful. Like I don't ever want to watch Twisters again. Even the spectacle moments weren't like
spectacular.
Like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? Like, and there were so few far in between.
Also, we watched that at home, so I wonder if that made a difference.
It doesn't.
Because some people, because I'm talking about the spectacle parts, like being in the theater might have made those parts really good.
It won't.
You don't know.
It might have been okay. But I mean, those moments happen. Those moments are like this much of the movie.
I know, but those are the most important parts of a Twister movie. So I'm wondering if we had watched it at the theater,
I wouldn't have felt any different.
Okay, I don't know.
Because ask me if I would have watched Doom Part 2 at home, I would have thought it was just as amazing.
Well, you know okay. I prefer the original one to that one. But I think the seeing the tornado and stuff, I thought those parts were cool.
I mean, don't get me wrong, they look cool, but I'm saying like they're so few and far between. The best part of the movie is the end of it. That's it. When like, you know, the big tornado. No. I'm talking about like when like the big ass tornado comes.
Yeah.
And it's ripping apart the theater and shit.
Yeah.
It's like the best part of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Because even the part, well, I mean, we talking spoilers now, but man, fuck it. It's Twisters, man. Fuck that shit. Like even when they go down to that pool with that big tornado, like that was okay, but that was a very short sequence. You know what I'm saying?
I thought that was a good one, especially when the dude tried to. I was like, "Get your ass down!" He got swooped up.
That movie was terrible.
Well, anyway, Sam loved it. I already know she loved it because she talked about it, and she also loves Glenn Powell. We have to.
I don't even see how people like that man.
I don't agree with you on that one, boo.
Like I'm watching. I'm like, this the person people geeking out about.
Oh,
like I'm shocked.
I think I've seen somebody posted. You know, that in the Letterboxd reviews, they were like talking about how, you know, they got pregnant after watching that scene with him in the cowboy hat.
Like I see, like I was watching, I'm like, I can't understand it. Now when we was watching Rebel Ridge, I was like, okay, I can see why people would be geeking out about this dude. But when I was watching Twisters, I'm like, this is the person people are going crazy about. Like,
that's so funny.
I was like, man, this is kind of wild. But
see Sam saying Glenn Powell. Yep.
I'm just shocked.
Mike said he loved Twisters.
Nah, that movie was terrible.
Jimmy said terrible. Come on.
Nah, that movie was bad. That movie was so boring and it was so dumb.
Jimmy said it's a better theatrical experience. Sam said I watched it on my phone and loved it.
That movie was so boring. I'm so shocked. That's gonna be like, I guess, my hot take of the year because everyone seemed to like it, but we sitting there watching it. And I remember I even said, I was like, people like this. Like, I'm so confused. Am I watching like a different cut? Like, it's so boring. It was so boring.
I think it had some good moments. I just like the first Twisters a lot better. I think it has so much. Well, obviously, it's a different dynamic with the relationships and stuff like that. And I also love Bill Paxton like a whole lot.
Yeah. Then the cow moment.
The cow, another cow.
Cow
I think it's the same cow.
Yep.
But even just like the emotional weight, like for example, when they went to go see about her aunt, you know what I'm saying? Like that you felt that moment of what it was like to see her house destroyed and not know if she was alive. I don't know. I felt like that was my aunt and I was looking for her.
To me, that's one of the problems with this movie is the motivations.
Yeah.
Like they suck.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And the characters are super uninteresting to me. Like I didn't care. Like this whole, like everybody could have died, and it wouldn't have bothered me. Like I wouldn't have cared like whatsoever, because I'm just uninterested.
Right.
Like I don't care about these characters.
Right. Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, it's just more of it's a popcorn movie. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't just have that. I don't have that connection with it like I had with the first one.
And you know what also might be too.
Frank said Twisters was good.
Nah, but here's what it could be though too. We're not big like country people, and that movie was very like country, in the sense of like the music, all the themes, all the music that played in the entire movie was nothing but country.
I did say I think this movie was made for white people.
Hey, look, I'm just keeping it real. Like, it was nothing but country. And so as people who don't really listen to that type of music, Like
Yeah.
it's hard to like tap in and connect with it.
Well, aside from that, yeah,
A little bit.
It
You know what I'm
was
saying?
real
That it automatically creates like a little
I like
layers
some
of
country.
barrier. Do you?
some.
Okay, but yeah, we were in the car that time. I was like, "What are you playing?" Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's right.
A little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
But I said it was country as hell. It was.
Yeah, it was.
Very country.
I was like, this is like that All American movie right here. Like, all right, I ain't
You
gonna
are
say.
crazy.
I'm about to take it somewhere else. So I'm not gonna take it.
You are ridiculous.
I ain't gonna take it there.
Jimmy said I'm a Glenn Powell fan from his early days on shows like with Niecy Nash, Spy Kids, and etc. He's a talent. He's talented. Yeah, I'm not saying he's not talented. He just ain't cute.
Yeah, he's charismatic.
He's definitely talented.
He's got good on-screen energy. But
Yeah, I like him in that other movie too. Give me a second because I can't think of the name of it. Hitman. I like him as an actor. He does a good job. I just don't. We're talking about his on-screen face.
yeah. I was like so confused. I was like, I can't believe people geeking out like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, Rebel Ridge, I get it. What's his name? Aaron Pierre. I was like, oh, okay, yep, I understand. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't get that one.
Hey, what's up, Nerd Soul? Never caught it live, so just want to drop in and say hey, hit
Nerd
that like
Soul,
button.
what's
Appreciate you.
Appreciate that.
Sam, Anyone But You with Glenn is my favorite rom-com right now. I have not seen that. That's the one with Sydney Sweeney. That's why I haven't watched it. I don't like her.
Oh yeah, you're not a fan.
Sorry.
Mm.
Frank said Maxine has been easily the most disappointing movie for me this year. Sam also said that was her least fave. I did not like that
most
movie.
disappointing?
Yeah, I ain't like that. But I wouldn't say that was my most disappointing because I already knew going in I wasn't gonna like it.
Yeah.
Sam said Maxine was so boring.
Really? So wow, that's crazy. Like
I didn't like it.
I didn't think the movie was great, but I thought it was decent. Like that's interesting.
It wasn't at all. Mike said, "Yeah, I don't get his appeal to the masses, but I like him as an actor." Right, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy said, "A country movie directed by an Asian man. Ain't that some ish?" Oh, I didn't even know it was
really
directed by an Asian
I didn't
person.
even look up the
I didn't
director credits.
I
and
really
all that.
didn't.
I didn't even know that. That's funny.
I gotta look that up. Jimmy said, "Rebel Ridge is great. It is great.
Rebel Ridge is dope.
It's good.
Rebel Ridge that movie's fire.
If it wasn't so long, I would watch it again."
It is a little bit longer.
It's
Yeah,
a
because
long
it takes a
movie.
little bit to get to that point where he's in like John Wick mode. You know what I'm saying?
You compare everything to John Wick.
Baby, that John Wick started that whole genre of like, well, something has happened. Now I gotta fuck some shit.
I
up.
like it when he does the pace thing. That's like my favorite scene. He's like spelling out the pace, what the pace means, and you can see on the sheriff's face like, oh shit, like I done fucked up.
Yeah. He's like, I'm already on E or something like that. Yeah. I think one of the best parts, it was in the trailer, was when he was like, I was thinking about what did he say? I was thinking about like going home or something like that. But then I was like, nah. That one was hard. That one was tough. And then there was that part, I think you liked it too, when he was like, when he's talking to the dude after he used his phone, he's like, did I put too much sauce on that?
Oh yeah, that shit was fire.
That was tough. That was tough.
I love that. It was some really good, some good writing. Just like the dialogue and conversations that they were having, it felt really authentic.
It felt super like real.
Yeah.
And I love when movies like excel at getting dialogue that like fits everything, so it's super believable.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Even though you didn't like the fact that there was no death.
Yes, but but see, this is where I don't mind being educated, and then like I could change my mind, right? Because you were like, after we finished it, you were like, well, not all those cops were bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was like, okay,
yeah,
okay, I get it now. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, at first I was like, when he's fighting people, I'm like, man, kill this dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, break his back or something. You know what I mean? Like, dude, break his leg. He did break somebody's arm.
He did break an arm.
But I want him to do more breakage, or at least some execution or something.
Yeah.
But then with the conclusion of the movie, I'm like, okay, I see why he didn't just go ham on everybody to that level.
Right.
So it actually made me like the movie a little bit more, because I was able. You put it into perspective of why he wasn't out there John Wick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, exactly. Let's see.
I watched Monkey Man too. I know you haven't finished it yet, but I finished it the other day.
I literally told you not to finish the movie
No,
without me.
I thought you meant don't watch it while I'm in the room.
No, I meant don't watch it at all.
Because you watched like half the movie already.
You had to. I was like, okay, so I'm an
I was
hour
at the
in.
end. I was like 80% done.
You could have picked it up where I left off at, and we could have finished it together.
Okay. Well, announcement. I finished it.
Wow. The betrayal is real.
That jump was dope.
Okay.
Real. Monkey Man was hard.
Hey Corey, Wookiees music, movies and music. What's up? Nerd so true that to Jimmy because he was talking about Rebel Ridge.
Yeah, Rebel Ridge.
John Wick did not start the revenge film genre.
I mean, look, that I'm talking about that style of like we're wrecking for like the next half of the movie.
He just a John Wick super fan.
I am because like there's no movie that was like for 80% of the movie we just gonna fuck some shit up. You know what I'm saying? Not like that in that aspect with that flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like after the John Wick, I guess when everybody started doing it. I'm not saying that there aren't movies before John Wick where they're like, you know, revenge action movies.
Yeah.
But I feel like John Wick has a very particular style.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like ever since that, people have been trying to like mimic that style in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I still need to see the John Wick movies. That's Mike. Yeah.
Oh man.
AJ had me watch all of them. Is it 4?
Yeah, you watched all 4.
All 4 films. They're good. I have to give them to you.
They fire, ain't they? Because see, she hadn't watched it. I'm like, look, these junks, because she didn't understand why I was like, man, these are some of the hardest movies ever made.
They are good.
And then she watched, she's like, okay, like, it's good. I'm trying.
And since y'all love Halle Berry, she's in one of them.
She's in the 3rd one. Yep, she got them dogs. Like them dogs, they go hard, man.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so.
Yeah, you gotta watch the John Wick movies. It's tough.
The John Wick movies are good.
The 4th one is like 2.5 hours of some of the best action you have ever seen in a movie.
Well, they get a little ridiculous now.
But it was tough on it. That jump was hard.
It's a little ridiculous.
I'm talking Keanu Reeves is fucking shit up, and you can't beat it. And he just be going, and like even the stunts, like him whipping the car around, like come on, man. Like even for the first movie, when he hit that dude, boom, guy going on the car, he's shooting him. Oh my god, that was in the first movie, and they just kept upping it every single movie. You know what I'm saying?
You are crazy. Nurse, so don't be mad we finished the stuff that my wife ain't finished. That's messed up. Don't do that.
Well, especially when we started it separately. Like because she was on a flight and she had watched like half the movie. She didn't get a chance to finish it. So I started it and then I didn't get a chance to finish it because we had to do something. So I'm thinking like, okay, this is a separate watch. We've now started this movie at separate times.
Don't watch the rest of it.
Let me give people context to that though, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Because I started the movie while she was in the room.
Yeah.
She was in the kitchen, and I put it on the TV because I wanted to finish it. Now, mind you, I wasn't thinking that she didn't want to be spoiled because sometimes you don't care about spoilers.
Well, I cared about it.
Now I know. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In that moment, I thought you didn't care because normally you don't be caring about spoilers like that. So I clicked play. She's like, oh, why are you watching that? Like, I haven't finished it yet. I'm like, okay, well, I'll turn it off. I thought that meant like I don't want to see the spoiler so I can go watch it at a different time.
No.
So I did that.
I thought we was both watching the daggone movie together.
It'd be different. We started at the same time.
Okay.
Well, we started separate. I'm just saying.
Jimmy, from a technical stunt standpoint, I can see what AJ is talking about with John Wick. There's you killed my brother.
Yep.
Frank, AJ, check out Hard Boiled, directed by John Woo. Don't you?
Well, yeah, I know. Yeah, I know John Woo. John Woo movies are they're like in that flavor. There's a lot of shooting. You know what I'm saying? So I know a little bit about John Woo, but it still ain't got that. It
the
ain't
sauce. He ain't got the sauce.
That might be what it is.
I think that's what he likes, the swag that John Wick has.
John Wick got that swag. Like he just a cool dude.
It's
but
like,
yeah, I know you're talking about. I know you're talking about the John Woo. I don't know. I think I've seen Hardball. It's been a long time, but I'm familiar with John Woo's work.
Yeah. It's kind of like who is the man? What's that song?
One?
What's that movie? Shaft.
Oh, you talking about Shaft?
Shaft, right? You like he got swag and flavor that nobody else got, even if the movie is similar. That's what John Wick is for you.
Like, right, exactly.
Yes, there's other films like it, but John Wick, it's got a special sauce.
Yeah, because he's like he won't really be showing a whole lot of like emotion. He just executes.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, this is the most badass dude on this planet almost. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like he is a little breakable. Because you see him like, that's what I like about movies too, is he do get his ass whooped sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Like he get cut up, shot, all that stuff. So he does take some L's. But he gonna come back. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. John Wick is just dope. Man, that's a dope franchise.
Yeah.
4 films and they are all fire.
Mike said Catwoman is better than John Wick. What Catwoman?
Not the Halle Berry Catwoman?
That's why I said which Catwoman. I need clarity. The Michelle Pfeiffer.
He must be joking.
Who you talking about? What's the other girl who did Catwoman?
I can't remember.
I forgot her name.
I just remember the Halle Berry one because
we know you remember her.
That movie is rough.
Okay, he said he just playing. Okay.
I got figured. I was like, ain't no way. I ain't never heard a take like that before.
Corey said I own John Wick 4, but still haven't gotten around to watch it yet.
Oh man, you gotta watch John Wick 4. It's so good. It's so dope. God, I love that movie.
So I always be trying to wait. For instance, I have only watched 1 episode. Oh, don't talk about Supercell.
What?
He said I'll only watch 1 episode of Supercell, and I'm mad because he can't finish it because he's trying to wait for his wife.
See, I haven't finished Supercell either.
Or
because
Shogun.
Of her. Or Shogun because of her. Because guess what? I gotta watch it with her.
Yeah.
But she don't ever want to watch it. I'll be like, we sit down. Want to watch Supercell? No.
I gotta be in the mood. I'm a mood watcher.
Shogun? No.
I'm a mood watcher.
I'm like, well, damn. What you want to watch? I'm listening to all the good shit. You want to watch nothing. Now, every once in a while, there'll be series that she does want to tune into, like, House of the Dragon. I'm evil, but I felt like you was more watching that because we was towards the end anyway.
Yeah, I was just waiting for that to be over.
Right, yeah.
But I'm hyped for From. Comes out next week, I think. Any next week?
I think maybe you do better with week-to-week releases. Like if the whole show is out.
Okay, I can agree with that.
But sometimes you be watching shit like you be binging like dumb shit.
It depends on what it is. It depends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You be binging like random shit. But I'm like, let's binge Supercell. Nah. I
gotta be.
I'm about to watch this by myself in a minute. Yep. But yeah, From. Did we ever get a date on Severance season 2? Do you remember?
I know you haven't watched
Severance. I know you haven't watched it, but I'm gonna get you to watch it.
Okay, I can look it up, but I don't know nothing about that.
That's another show I'm really excited for. Severance season 2. Severance was fire.
Yeah.
And From's this month, right? Like next week?
No, it's like the 20th, 20 something.
Yeah, next week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope.
Nurso said John Wick did throw a lot more flavor on the genre. When that little pup died, the whole theater was like, they gotta go.
Oh right, yeah. That's the greatest excuse to just end life.
He's like, there's so many like good lines from the first John Wick.
Oh yeah.
But like when he's talking about how he killed the guy with the pencil. How does he say it? I know you know.
Fucking pencil.
That's just hilarious to me. And then when he gets the call from the dude at the
from the body shop.
Yeah. They're telling him why.
Yeah, he's like, I heard you struck my son.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I did. May I ask why? Well, he stole John Wick's car and killed his dog. Oh. Yep. And even when he was like whooping his son's ass, and the dude was like, Vito, he's like, no, you stay right there. Like, he's like, you don't know what you just did. He's like, he's a fucking nobody, and he's telling him like, that's such a hard way to like, like introduce this person who's just a monster. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the dude telling him the story of like, you don't understand. This dude is a, man of conviction, sheer fucking will. You know what I'm saying? Like.
He watched this movie a lot of times, y'all.
Yep. Baba Yaga.
Nurse said, Nurse said Halle Berry.
Yep. Halle Berry. She still got it too. I never let go.
Sam is also a mood watcher. Yeah, I gotta be in the mood for stuff.
Yeah,
Mike said Supercell is the mood. Okay, we're gonna finish. Okay.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know if we're gonna finish it this year.
Also, at the time when we first started watching it, we didn't know if there was gonna be a season 2. And I hate getting invested in things when I don't know how it's going to continue.
That's fair.
Like how we got super invested in Archive 81, I'll Never Let This Die. We were so hyped at the end of this. And it ends in a cliffhanger.
It does.
And so
that's the worst. That's like the worst way to end the season.
we don't got no season 2.
Yeah, when you don't know there's gonna be a season 2. That's so true. Nope.
So yeah, that's another reason why I was kind of dragging my feet at the beginning. But now we do have word that there is going to be a season 2. I don't mind going ahead and finishing it.
Yeah.
Yep. No date yet on the Severance season 2.
Yeah, Severance is hard. I'm gonna get her to watch that at some point too. The Severance is really good.
Corey said I started binging King of Tulsa last night.
I heard that's a good show.
What's that about?
I think that's a Sylvester Stallone one.
Oh,
I think it's on Paramount.
okay. I didn't know he was back to work.
I heard it's a good one.
Jimmy said Liam Neeson or Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves.
Oh, Keanu Reeves.
Hands down.
No, don't get me wrong now. Liam Neeson was going hard.
Yeah, he definitely did, but
nah, Keanu Reeves just got that. He got that sauce, man.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves got it. He got that joint dialed into a science at this point. Like, and it's funny because you just like you see him outside the film.
Yeah,
he's a regular looking dude, but in that film, he got that suit on, the hair slick.
I knew this was gonna come up eventually. He loved it
man.
when he puts on the black.
Man, even when he's getting his suit on. And remember, was it John Wick 2? He's getting his like suit and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
He's like, how you want your suit or whatever. He's like,
yeah,
tactical. And like he's a man of few words. He barely says a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
Like even think about John Wick 4, right? How that opens when he was with Lawrence Fishburne. Like,
yeah.
He's like, "You ready, John?" He's just like, "Yeah." Like, I mean, that shit is hard, man. That joke is hilarious. It's hard.
Oh my gosh, I don't know how we got. Oh, I know. We were
always talking about like other movies.
Yeah.
We were talking about just John Wick.
Okay, gotcha.
Even on with Common, it's hard.
Who?
With Common. Remember how they was like shooting in the train station and stuff?
What was it? John Wick 2, right?
Yeah. There was some hilariously cool stunts in that.
They thought his character was off or his acting was off. I can't
remember.
I
thought that was dope. I thought it was good. I don't have my. I wish I had the letterbox in front of me because I know we watched
Frank
some other
said,
films
I didn't
too.
care for John Wick 2. I just thought Common's acting was out of place. Yeah.
Oh man, I liked him in that. Because
he needed
to act super
him
good.
as a person. I just feel like it wasn't the best role for him.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it worked.
I feel like they could have used somebody else.
No, this is triggered. Like now we just randomly way off.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But I gotta bring this up because we talking about Common. Remember the movie Wanted?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because that was James McAvoy too.
Yeah.
And Angelina Jolie, Common, all them, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah,
that movie.
There was some good.
Fire.
There was some really good stuff in that.
That junk was so cool. Like physics wise, it don't make no sense.
None
it doesn't
at all.
matter.
None at all.
It doesn't matter. It's just a movie.
Yeah.
Curve the bullet.
Yeah.
Like,
I did. Like
oh
that
man,
one.
that shit was cool.
Yeah.
That junk was tough. I just thought about that because of Common. But
okay, yeah.
But see, because he's played assassins in other movies too.
Okay.
But he was good.
I'm not saying he couldn't be an assassin. I don't know the way he was acting. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
I agree with you on that one, Frank.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I never did watch the Continental show for John Wick. I haven't watched it yet.
I'm surprised.
Speaking of shows, there's a new one's about to come out. The Penguin.
I heard that was really good. It's like 91 on Rotten Tomatoes right
that
now.
Penguin junk gonna be good.
I heard it was really good.
Yep.
So I'm actually looking forward to watching that one too.
Yeah, I'm excited. I like that Batman. That Robert Pattinson Batman. That junk was fire.
Yeah.
And I watched that with the kids in that like Dolby Premiere joint where the seats was had like a bass thing in it. Yeah, we all went. That was dope.
Okay. I don't remember that. Yeah, I heard that was really good. I can't remember the name of that other show that's coming out since you brought up shows. I forgot what it's called now. Of course, I think everyone has dreamed of quitting a bad job the way James McAvoy walked out and won it.
Oh
yeah, man. He hit through that daggone keyboard.
He smacked the fuck out of him with that keyboard.
Yeah. Man, James McAvoy is that dude.
Yeah, because, I mean, we're going to do a review for Speak No Evil, but he was great in Speak No Evil.
That dude is just so freaking talented.
He is. He's crazy talented. Like, he plays a crazy dude. Really good. Really good.
He does.
And it's funny to think about how he looks now versus Wanted, because in Wanted, he played like a very, like, scrawny, innocent dude, super good. And now he's this, like, brawly, scary dude. You know what I'm saying?
I watched like a little like interview clip of how he got big and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like he did like Olympic bodybuilding or exercises or something because he was like I needed my neck to be really big. And his neck was really big.
It's big now. Yeah. Especially when he be yelling and stuff and he got the veins popping on the joint.
What? Yep. There's that's not a major spoiler, but there's this one scene where he's like walking out and he's got on a wife beater.
Oh yeah,
and he just looks so.
He's just a
big
dude.
Huge.
He's just a big dude. Yep.
It's
like the perfect person for that role.
Yeah,
who can act and also has like physical presence.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Well, he got it hands down. Of course, as I'm seeing Speak No Evil Tuesday night. Can't wait. Yeah.
Well, this is gonna be a good review because we feel different on it.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's gonna be real interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
Okay.
I mean, you kind of tell I'm a little bit more up on it than she is, so it's gonna be a little interesting. I was actually surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
there's some good aspects. Obviously, I really like James McAvoy.
Yep.
Anyway,
but this Speaking of Evil is gonna be the perfect movie where like the story is good, but it's more of like decisions and actions that just make you so mad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's weird because that's the case with
you
the
already know what's
original
gonna happen.
one.
Yeah. You talking about the original, you already know how it's gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought it's always interesting to watch a movie you already know what's gonna happen because you just anticipate this shit. So I was watching this like, oh, they going back for that dumbass. You know what I'm saying? Like here we go. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know we're gonna talk about it. This American take on it, I thought was very interesting. I thought the writing was really good. So it's gonna be interesting. Like the dialogue and the writing, like there's some good stuff in there.
Oh,
okay. Yep. No, I got. There's some parts that make me super mad.
Right.
But it's gonna be a fun chat.
Well, there was one part that I really, really liked. Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it, like with the mom character.
Yeah. This is. I think it's also why this movie's kind of cool because of the mom character.
But it's just crazy how things worked out. But
anyway,
we're going to talk about it on our review.
Because that movie is interesting, man. I'm curious to see.
Curious to see what you think about it, Corey, as well, too.
Yeah, it's curious to see what everyone else thinks about it. And then I haven't looked up, like, and I don't even want to mess with this computer because my computer is just acting crazy. I don't even want to touch it right now. I would like to look up, like, the Rotten Tomatoes just to see how people are feeling about this movie overall.
Mm-hmm.
Especially being, the foreign film just came out like what, a year or two ago?
Yeah, it's 2022.
Which is crazy that they turned that around that quick. That's wild.
Money. That's why. 85 both scores.
Ooh, so critics are liking it too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting.
That is interesting.
Sounds like it's gonna be a good conversation. Especially between Speaking No Evil and Never Let Go, it's gonna be cool because it's two movies that surprised me. Two movies that very much surprised me.
Wait, what surprised you?
Speak No Evil and Never Let Go. They both surprised me.
Oh, Never Let Go. Oh, man, I cannot wait to talk about this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, jumping back to TV shows real quick.
Okay.
I know you wanted to mention that the Agatha All Along screening. Was that the first 2 episodes or something like that?
Yeah, I think it is the first 2 episodes.
Yep.
Yeah, we're going to be screening that Tuesday. And we're hosting it at the Regal Thornton in Seattle. So if you're in Seattle, we'll be there Tuesday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no lie, I wasn't really planning on watching that show.
Yeah.
But I did watch the trailer for it. It does seem like
it seems interesting. But I think what makes you cautious, I feel like Disney Plus makes you cautious for things because they can cut good trailers, but then you start watching the show, you're like, this isn't very good. Or
we really liked what's the show that this one's coming off of?
WandaVision.
WandaVision, yeah.
Yeah,
I liked WandaVision.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hopeful that this one will also be good.
Yeah. I typically don't like Disney Plus shows mainly because they're so short. Like you'll get an episode that's like 30 minutes, sometimes less than 30 minutes. You're like, what are we doing?
Even the Marvel shows?
Yeah.
Okay. I know the Star Wars shows are kind of.
Yeah. Even some of those Marvel shows had extremely short episodes. And I'm thinking like, man, you got all this money as Disney, and you're seeing how all these other premiere platforms have hour-long TV series episodes.
Yeah.
And you're doing less than 30-minute episodes.
Yeah.
That is crazy. That's criminal to me.
Yeah.
So I typically don't like to watch them. Not to say that they aren't good. Like WandaVision had very short episodes, but it was still good.
Mm-hmm.
So they can definitely still be good. But even in that, it's super annoying. Because you're like, it's like they're drip feeding the story.
Yeah.
So think like imagine that, right? You watch an episode that week. I always check the runtime on a Disney Plus episode now because I'm like, how long is this thing? Wow, 34 minutes. You know, them credits is mixed up about 6 minutes.
Yeah,
because their credits are long.
They are long
because they put like every foreign, performance and so their credits are very, very. They take up like 5 minutes, sometimes more than that. So and it's super frustrating because you're like, okay, so I know I'm gonna get barely any story in this episode.
Yep.
Barely
27 minutes.
Yeah. So it's so annoying. Like Disney, like, you know, some people wait for the full like series to drop before they watch a show. Like I know like people at my job will do that. Like this one dude at my job, when House of Dragon was airing, he was like, nah, I just want to wait till all the episodes come out so I can just watch the whole thing.
Okay.
You know, I tend to not like that, especially for a show like that.
Yeah.
But for like a Disney Plus show, I feel like it might actually work better.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get drip fed from week to week with barely any story because these short ass episodes.
Yeah.
So.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's just frustrating. It's so annoying. Like I wish I could just hit up Bob Iger over there on the line and be like, hey, man, y'all need to make them episodes longer. Like I'm tired of watching these short ass episodes. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I feel you on that. Like, like I said, this wasn't on my radar to watch, but you know, they invited us to the screening. So
yeah, so I mean, I think I was gonna check it out no matter what, just to see if it's somehow good, and then maybe bail out. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, it's witchy. I'm there for all things witchy.
Yeah,
I'm excited about Wicked. That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because people are. Well, that's like a certain group online that's all weird about that movie, right?
Oh, well, yeah. When I haven't heard much lately, but yeah, when it first was announced,
because I'm not even a musical person, but the Wicked trailer is actually really good.
It looks really good.
That trailer for the movie, I'm like, damn, this looks like a whole experience.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It does.
Like the trailer impressed me. I'm not even a musical person. I'm like, I might tolerate the musical. Because this looks so grand. Like, it looks so adventurous.
It does.
You know what I'm saying? The visuals are just, like, the colors, all that stuff. Yeah.
I'm down for it. I'll be watching it.
And I'm sure the singing will be really good,
of
obviously.
Course. Yeah. They got good people who can sing.
Right, they got people that can sing on there.
Yep. So, yeah, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah.
We skipped Beetlejuice, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Sam says, I can't stand Ariana Grande. Okay, I can see why. I personally don't like her talking voice. But I like her singing voice. Yeah, it is.
It's like she's got that like cartoony voice on.
And then my kids, they like that show that she does, Sam and Cat. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of this show because it's a teen show, but they watch that show and she's got this character on there and she makes her voice even squeakier. Yeah. And then I can't take her voice.
Yeah. Well, she can sing though. She can sing.
Yeah. But I can feel you on that. I can understand.
I don't really listen to her, but you showed me that one song recently.
Oh, with Brandy and I said Brandy and Moesha. Brandy and Monica.
And I was like, oh, this shit kind of hard.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, I feel you on that. I can never watch that show. Yeah, no, it's like her voice is ridiculous. Obviously, she's making it like.
And even
annoying.
in the trailer, it's squeaky.
It's a little squeaky. Yeah. So that's why it's a musical. You just gotta get to the next song. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be all good. Yeah, I'm mostly there for the visuals and
the woman that's playing the witch. I don't really recall her name.
Yeah,
but she seemed like she's gonna be excellent.
I can't think of it now. I'm having a brain. Good as I know it. I can't think of it right now.
She seemed like she's gonna be excellent as that character.
But she was in that Pinocchio movie too. I don't know if you remember that.
I didn't watch that.
Oh, okay. Well,
you talking about the one that was on Disney Plus? I heard that one was bad.
The live, Yeah. I mean, it wasn't that great, but she had a role in it. Okay. So, I mean, it was good. Elphaba. That's the name of the witch that she's playing. I don't know why I couldn't think of it for a second. But anyway, yeah, Elphaba. But Beetlejuice. We skipped
Beetlejuice.
What'd you think about that one?
I thought it was fun. Like, I thought it was, like, decent. Like, almost good. Wasn't great, but like it's an enjoyable movie. Mm-hmm. Like it's a good time. There were some laughs, and I'll tell you that audience was laughing at everything.
They were laughing so hard,
and I'm like, this shit is
like,
not that funny.
That's not that funny.
Like, oh, this shit ain't that funny. But there was some good moments. But I think overall the movie is a lot of fun.
Yeah, like, it's fun.
I feel like it captures the essence and the spirit of the first one. Mm-hmm. And then it even builds on some of the lore aspects because they kind of like delve deeper into
the afterlife
parts. Mm-hmm. So some of those parts are really cool. Obviously, the effects were amazing.
Yeah, the effects were good,
crazy good. I was like, this movie, the movie looks really good.
Jimmy said Beetlejuice was super fast paced. They had that mug playing on 2x speed or something.
Right? Yeah, it was real fast paced. So like, I think what kept this movie from being great for me was they did nothing with the ex-wife storyline. Like,
oh yeah,
at all.
No,
like literally nothing. It was like the most pointless, like tacked on element that I'm thinking is gonna, actually amount to something, and it really doesn't.
No, there's no like big climax or climactic moment or anything.
Nope.
They meet and then it's over. It's like, what?
Yeah, that was just weird that they didn't do something, especially with like how, I'm trying to keep it a little more spoiler free, but even how they present that character in the movie, almost like it's hyping it up, and then you visit her throughout the film, and then you get towards the conclusion, you're like,
I wanted a little bit more of her. She was as a character. I thought she was really cool.
She looked cool. She was cool.
I like her powers.
Yeah,
I liked so many elements of it. Like there's this one scene that's not too big. She touches this wedding dress and it turns black.
Yeah, that was cool.
Black ink. Like there's so many cool things that they could have done with this, ultimate ending sequence, and it wasn't satisfying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, the movie's decent. But I think things like that keep it from being great.
Yeah. I was surprised though. There is another, because there's like 4 different side stories.
There's a lot. There's a lot of side stories. Yeah.
There's this one side story where Astrid, who's played by Jenna Ortega, the daughter, Astrid meets this guy, and then there's a story that develops between the two of them. And so I didn't see what was coming. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I agree with that.
That was like one little element of surprise.
I did like that.
But again, after the revelation of it, it kind of like falls flat after that.
Well, because I think it goes back to, I don't know who said it, but it's so fast paced that you almost don't get to like spend time in the story of it. So even in that, like once it was revealed, they resolved the issue, and
it was super quick,
and we're moving on.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yep. Exactly. Oh yeah, Jimmy said some characters weren't needed, some subplots weren't given enough attention. Yep, exactly. Since I love Dolores, I liked her as a character.
She was a dope character.
There was nothing done with it.
Just so disappointed. Yeah.
Mike said I never liked Beetlejuice, but I'm happy people are supporting the leading ladies and Michael Keaton. Yeah, like we aren't like mega fans of it either, to the point where we're like, like we can't wait to watch this Beetlejuice, But I think it served its purpose.
I think this is one of the better sequels to, especially like when you go back to a franchise. This is definitely one of the better sequels to a cult classic. You know what I'm saying?
And it probably helps that the same person,
was doing
the movie.
That does help.
Yeah. Yep. And like you said, I did like the afterlife aspects and seeing like the shrunken head dudes. Those were my favorite. Like Bob, there's a Bob character.
Bob is so cool,
and
man.
He was the best.
Felt bad for Bob.
I did too.
He was holding. He held it down. He just jumped very good.
He did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah. There were some comical moments with Bob, man. Even like when he was sitting in that interrogation room.
Oh
that was hilarious, man. It was hilarious. But yeah, that also like the Soul Train.
Oh
The
yeah,
Soul Train to the Great Beyond.
that was
like,
so
that shit was
good.
so dope.
I don't know how they came up with that.
I don't know, but I liked it.
That
though.
was so good. That was a really good a good thing.
But what I'll tell you that, because Beetlejuice has a very like specific like aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
And I will say this movie reinvigorated my like for it. So now when I see Beetlejuice shit, I'm like, oh yeah, like that looks cool. You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of like got me re-interested in it, because like you said, I wasn't like a huge fan of the first one. Like I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like I'm geeking out fan.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Even when we watched the trailer, like I hadn't seen the movie in so long that I couldn't even remember when we watched that teaser initially.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't even remember certain elements from the movie I hadn't seen in so long.
Yeah, like that also. Yeah, because like in the beginning of the and this is in the trailer too, right? The little kids are at the dad's funeral and they're singing the Dale song, and everyone's like, in the theater, and Asia's like, I don't get this.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, we're not super fans.
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely a movie where like if you're like a mega fan, you're gonna love it.
Right.
Like if you're an ultra fan, you're gonna be all over.
Yeah, exactly. And I didn't know this, but we were like, oh, why is he not in the movie?
Yeah, I looked it up after the fact. But yeah, he's a pedophile.
He's a pedophile. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yep.
What's up, Perp Minded? Tim Burton doesn't have black people in his films. He says that we aren't a part of his aesthetic. This is true. He is.
Well, he's problematic.
He's very problematic.
That is very true.
And we can acknowledge that, right? Like he is very problematic, especially when it comes to us. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Oh, Jimmy goes, okay. He says, okay, that's what we're saying, that he doesn't have black people in his films and that we aren't part of his aesthetic. And then he goes, Tim Burton, here y'all go. Here's the Soul Train.
Oh, right, yeah. I definitely did feel like that was like a hand. Like y'all want a whole section? Soul Train,
here
baby.
y'all go.
Yep.
Bye, Sam. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, we're about to wrap it up. We actually been going for a little bit longer than normal.
Quite a bit.
But yeah, I did get me a popcorn bucket. Oh, can y'all see that? No, it's too far back there.
They can see it. It's up there. It's up there.
Get me a popcorn
bucket.
Point to it. It's super cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was funny, Jimmy.
Yep. Like here you go. It's your part right here.
Here's your part right here. This is just for y'all.
Just for y'all. Yep. But yeah, I thought Beetlejuice was cool.
Yeah.
Like it's cool.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I think that's pretty much it. Those are everything we've missed talking about the past few weeks.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else that we might not have done a review for. That's come out.
I can't think of nothing else.
Yeah, I don't think there is.
I
don't think there is. Yeah. All right. Well, that's it then.
Did you want to mention coverage?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Fantastic Fest is coming up. It's in Austin, Texas. September 19th through 26th. So if you are fans of Twisters, you might want to head down to Fantastic Fest. But they're gonna have a lot of like genre films that comes out of that festival. I know they're gonna be premiering Terrifier 3. They're premiering VHS Beyond. Yep. They're premiering Never Let Go.
Apartment 7A.
Yeah, they got a whole bunch of different films. They have a shorts program too. But we are going to be covering it remotely. So we'll be talking about it on Twitter and stuff like that. So if you're not following us there, follow us there. And obviously I'll do some reviews on the website too.
Yep.
But yeah, also we don't have video reviews of the movies we just talked about, but I do have written reviews if y'all wanted to read those on our website. So you can check that out too.
Yep. And lovewithhorror.com.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, that's it, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to this. Just having fun, just chatting about like the movies. This is a cool style. I do like doing this.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's like informal, it's just chill.
Yeah,
we just vibing, we just talking. But hey, look out for the reviews for Speak No Evil and Never Let Go. Those will both be up within the next
couple days.
Like basically 24
Tomorrow.
to almost 48 hours. Like be looking out for those reviews. Again, thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video. We out.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.